What is going on, my crazy 76er fanatics? Thanks for stopping back in for another daily pod with your daily 76er discourse. Guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because if you leave a comment or two, guys, we comment on more than a few. We address all of your comments, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. Because today, guys, we got to talk about one of the most important second-year players in the entire league, and definitely the most important second-year player on this team, Jared McCain. How good is Jared McCain? His rookie season, he looked extraordinary. His potential seemed sky high. His on-court play seemed like the best rookie of the year. And if he continued the season, that award, Rookie of the Year, was almost a bona fide shoe-in for him to win. But how good is Jared McCain really? Well, let's just put some of these numbers in perspective. Jared McCain shot 38.3% from three. And that's a higher three-point percentage than some of your favorite players, like Shea Gilly, like Tyler Hero, like Jalen Brunson. Jared McCain in his first year had a better three-point percentage than multiple All-Stars. Now, how was his on-court play when he was given the opportunity? When Jared was given the opportunity, he stepped into the role of the number one offensive option. When Jared was given the opportunity, he stepped into the role of the number two offensive option. And when Jared McCain was given the role, which wasn't often, which was very short stints, he almost played perfect in the number three offensive role in those few games where him, Joel, and Tyrese Maxey all were able to step on the court at the same time. That didn't happen often, but when it did happen, Jared McCain seemed to be ready for the opportunity. How good is he really, guys? So far, so good, and that's all we can say. A few things you can expect from Jared McCain in this season, though, in this upcoming season. He's going to have to go through 82 games. If he's going to last in the NBA, he's not going to have to be the players that he's following. Joel Embiid, Paul George. Jared McCain is going to have to be able to play 60-plus games a year, especially being a point guard, a shooting guard, a smaller guard with no real defensive chops. He's also going to have to be able to get some defensive stops. That would also contribute to how good is Jared McCain really. So far, though, guys, so far, so good. Jared McCain is everything you can ask for from a Sixer fan's perspective, because if you need a backup point guard, I believe Jared McCain can do that. If you need a potential star, a diamond in the rough, Jared McCain could be that. And guys, if you don't follow his YouTube, I would suggest following Jared McCain's YouTube to get a deeper dive of the person and the player inside who Jared McCain really is. His YouTube, guys, he went to the Sixer facility. And I'm pretty sure my numbers are accurate in this. He would made 88 out of 100 jumpers in one of his workouts. 88 out of 100 jumpers. And that's recently on his most uploaded video. So how good is he really, guys? Well, let's just talk about comparisons. What player does Jared McCain closely compare to, closely resemble? Steph Curry. You got a guy in Jared McCain who takes his pregame workouts, his offseason workouts, and some of his on-ball play directly from the playbook of Steph Curry. Now, on the court, many people are happy to say that a rookie from Duke could be a star guard in the league. That's what every analyst and every fan would be happy to say. But realistically, who does Jared McCain compare to if you're not going to say the ceiling is Steph? I think the floor is Seth. I think Jared McCain's got that Curry in him, y'all. He's an efficient three-point shooter as a rookie. He is a consummate ball mover. He moves without the ball. He moves with the ball. And best part about Jared McCain, he has a knack for finding the ball, finding the open spots on the court, finding the open space on the floor. That is something that not only Steph does extremely well, because the offense is ran around Steph, but that's something that Seth does extremely well, whose the offense is not ran or designed for him. Jared McCain's got that Curry in him. His jump shot is consistent. His on-ball play is persistent. And most importantly, when he doesn't have it, he's constantly moving, filling the holes, finding the open spot to knock down the open shot. Jared McCain's comparison to me is obviously some Curry because his shot is absolutely fire. With that being said, this Sixer team, if they do have the potential next Steph Curry, this Sixer backcourt is loaded with potential, loaded with opportunity, and loaded with talent. Would you start the next potential Steph or Seth Curry, or are you starting Quentin Grimes, who last season just began to shine? Quentin Grimes, guys, if he does resign, whether it is for a qualifying offer or for a long-term 4-year deal, how do Sixer fans feel about him compared to Jared McCain in the starting lineup? Here's what I will say about Quentin Grimes, man. Please don't doom yourself. Don't doom yourself. Because if Quentin Grimes decides to re-sign for a 1-year qualifying offer, there's no way he's going to qualify for starting consideration. If you're Nick Nurse, if you're Daryl Morey, and not only do you want to build a championship team this year, you want to build a championship culture. You can't do that with in and out players. You can't do that with 1-year rentals. You need team chemistry. You need team camaraderie, and you need team comfortability. The only way you get comfortable with one another is by playing with each other. Family show. But you get what I'm saying, guys. The only way you guys build the foundation for a championship squad, it's from the ground up, and it's from times like right now, a season like right now. I think it's only a guarantee that Quentin Grimes has a chance to start for this team if he decides to be a part of this franchise or signs a contract that says he's willing to be a part of this franchise for many years to come. Jared McCain on the opposite side, guys. I think Jared McCain should get that starting nod. Because if you have Tyrese Maxey playing next to Jared McCain, yes, you are missing a lot of defensive ability in that backcourt. Tyrese Maxey isn't known as a defensive stopper. He's got a lot of defensive effort. And Jared McCain definitely isn't known as a defensive stopper. And you expect the same effort from both of those players. But defensively, you are missing out on a reliable player. Quentin Grimes could be the player that fills that defensive hole. Quentin Grimes could be a perfect defensive filler next to Tyrese Maxey. Plus, they already have chemistry from high school, winning championships in the big old state of Texas in high school. Quentin Grimes and Maxey could be and should be considered a great duo. But Jared McCain's the future. I think it's a guarantee that if Quentin Grimes decides to re-sign for something less than 2-3 years, a future with Philadelphia, guys, the future at that 2-guard position should be Jared McCain. And that could be the best thing for business for those Philadelphia 76ers because, again, you have a Seth, a Steph, a potential Curry on your hands, which means Jared McCain is going to prove to you this season, given 82-game season, why he is the man. Something else you got to watch out for, guys. Watch out for. And I've been telling you guys to do this all along. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, guys, because we're reading all of your comments. Let me just get a few of these comments. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just make sure I get a few of these comments up here. Because you guys have been cooking me in the comments. So, guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because that's the best part about a YouTube show. It's a show for the people, brought to you by the people. And every day, I'm making sure you guys get daily content for those 76ers. One comment said this is a good episode. And I just want to say that every episode, guys, we do here, if it's not a good episode, you should be telling me why it is and why it isn't. So thank you for that comment saying this is a good episode. Another person said that it's all about Joel. This team is all about Joel. And I would agree with you. This team is all about Joel last season, back in the day. But nowadays, guys, this team is all about those Philadelphia 76ers behind Tyrese Maxey. Lawrence Smith said Kaman Maluach would have been a perfect draft pick for the Philadelphia 76ers if they were planned on moving on from Joel Embiid. Guys, Kaman Maluach would have been a great pick for the Philadelphia 76ers if they didn't have Adem Bona. Adem Bona, guys, is the same project, has the same ceiling, has the same potential offensively and especially defensively as a Kaman Maluach, and he's a lot cheaper. And he's a second-round pick. If you draft Kaman Maluach and he turns out to be an identical, exact replica of Adem Bona, you have two raw-skilled, unpolished, athletic, consistent big guys. That's not necessarily what this team needs. Consistency, great play, great on-ball potential. That's what this team needs. Kaman Maluach would have been a good pick for this squad if they had a later pick in the round. But when you have the third overall pick, you need to find yourself a star. You need to find yourself the best player in the draft. Hopefully, VJ Edgecombe turns out to be that. Hopefully, VJ Edgecombe's ceiling isn't just an Alex Caruso, a Lou Dort, hopefully VJ Edgecombe's ceiling is exactly what we all expect it to be. And that's a star in this league, guys. Alvin Bates said, what about the young guys? Guys, the young guys are the guys that are going to power this team. The young guys are the guys that are going to make this squad go. Because the older guys, the Paul George, the Joel Embiids, they won't be ready. So Alvin Bates, thank you for that comment. But the young guys are the only players on this squad, especially early in the season, that matter. Up until April, we'll be focused on the young guys. Guys, and we're focused on your comments, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment or two because you leave more than a few. We've got you covered with all your daily 76ers discourse.